Good day everyone, welcome to Philippine Tourism Geography and Culture. And for today, we will talk about the sustainable tourism in the Philippines. With over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, it is home to many natural spots. Stunning islands, spectacular beaches, breathtaking mountains, and rare endemic wildlife are just some of the reasons why you should visit the Philippines. It's no surprise that the Philippines attracts millions and millions of tourists every year. This is great for our economy, but it could also affect for its natural attractions, especially if tourists do not follow responsible travel and sustainable tourism practices. According to researchers, it was reported that the Philippines was ranked 94 out of 99 countries when it comes to promoting sustainable tourism. In 2018, the top island Philippine destination called Boracay was closed to general public for 6 months for rehabilitation. In Boracay, one of the popular Visayas tourist spots was suffering from deteriorating environmental conditions, partly due to millions of tourists who visit it every year. There are just some reasons why practicing and promoting sustainable tourism in the Philippines is very important. Through different campaigns like Save Our Spots, the Department of Tourism has encouraged domestic and foreign tourists to travel responsibly and sustainably. The very least that we can do as a tourist is to follow sustainable practices in the Philippines to help protect our environment. But there's more to sustainable travel than just following the leave no trace principles. Now let's first define what is sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism is the practice of considering the impact of tourism on the environment, the economy, and society, while at the same time taking into account the needs of tourists, the host communities, and the industry. Now let's answer the question, why is sustainable tourism important? If we don't care of our natural resources and our tourist spots, it will lead to deterioration and destruction, and the future generations won't be able to see, appreciate their beauty, while those from the tourist industry or the tourism industry can potentially lose their jobs and syempre the source of income. And for this lesson, we will talk about the 15 ways to be a responsible traveler in the Philippines.
First on our list is visit ecotourism destinations and attractions in the Philippines. The Philippines is home to many tourist attractions, and apart from the top spots in the Philippines, there are ecotourism destinations like Batanes, in Rizal, in Cagayan, and the Apo Island in Negros Oriental. These places and spots not only offer amazing local experiences but also give the chance to practice responsible tourism as the local communities and stakeholders follow some of the best practices in sustainable tourism. For example, the people of Batanes have done a wonderful job for preserving the culture of the Ibatans by keeping their stone houses intact. The locals here are also practicing sustainable fishing and farming.
While the local government prioritizes local culture and investors, which is why instead of five-star hotels, you mostly find homestays here. Number two is to stay at eco-friendly hotels and resorts in the Philippines. Your choice of accommodations is also another way how to practice sustainable tourism. Staying at some of the best eco-friendly resorts in the Philippines allows you to reduce your carbon footprint when traveling. Eco-friendly hotels follow sustainable practices such as organic farming, and also look for properties that have certification or awards from the Philippine Green Building Initiative Incorporation. This ASEAN Green Hotel Awards or the DOT Anahaw Philippine Sustainable Tourism Certification. And of course, you can also do more beyond just booking and staying at these hotels and resorts. You can turn off all the electronic devices, including the air conditioner, when leaving your hotel room. Let the staff know you will be reusing your towels, bed linens, and bed sheets. If your room is clean anyway, hang the Do Not Disturb sign to prevent unnecessary vacuuming and cleaning. Next is book with DOT accredited local tour operators. The Department of Tourism has advised local hotels, resorts, and tour operators to seek DOT accreditation so the department can help them adopt sustainable tourism practices. DOT accredited accommodations and tour operators get access to technical tools that will help
Them to become sustainable. This part of DOT's plan on how to develop sustainable tourism in the country.
Number 4 is leave no trace. The clean as you go or the clay go rule should be followed not only when you travel but in your everyday life. Simply put, leave no trace means you don't leave any item when you visit the natural tourist destinations. This rule is mainly for litter like tissue, food wrappers, and plastic bottles, but be mindful of unintentionally leaving behind personal belongings, which could also end up harming the environment. Some tourist destinations like the Pink Beach in Zamboanga have their own strict leave no trace policies, and those who violate them can be charged fines or put in jail and or maybe some community service. Number 5 is to bring reusable utensils and refillable bottles. One simple way to practice how to be a responsible traveler is to bring your own reusable utensils and water bottles when you travel. This will help reduce your use of single-use plastics and lessen your carbon footprint when traveling. If you're worried about these items taking too much space in your bag, you should consider foldable travel. Spoons, forks, and chopsticks, and disposable water bottles. Similar to leave no trace policy, some places in the Philippines have tried reducing waste by banning single-use plastics. In Siargao, for example, plastic bags are not allowed and restaurants are prohibited from selling water in plastic bottles. In El Nido, Palawan has also a plastic ban which requires all boat passengers to surrender their single-use plastic bottles and bags before boarding. Number 6 is go on cultural immersions. The Philippines is home to many different cultures, and one way to experience some of these cultures and how to encourage sustainable tourism is to go on a cultural immersion in the indigenous village. Cultural immersions can be as simple as sharing a meal with some of the locals or participating in their local activities, or as immense as living with the locals in their homes for a period of time. Many Luzon tourist spots like Buscalan, Batad, Banawe, and Sagada offer homestays for tourists.
Whatever path you choose, make sure to always be responsible of the traditions, rituals, and the locals themselves. Learning about another culture and way of life will not only be a learning experience, but it will also help you appreciate the destination even more.
Number 7 is try farm tours. When we think about what we are the characteristics of a sustainable tourism destinations, many of them can actually be found on a farm. So staying or touring a farm is no-brainer when it comes to traveling responsibly. The Philippine agrotourism industry has bloomed thanks to the country's best farm tour destinations. Agrotourism in the Philippines offers agricultural activities like feeding animals, picking your own fruits and vegetables, and various workshops including cooking demonstrations. Take it to the next level by staying at the farm resorts in the Philippines. Spending a couple of days in the Philippine farm stays will not only teach you how to achieve sustainable tourism, but it will also teach you ways of how to be more sustainable in your daily routine. At number 8, eat at a local restaurants. Filipino cuisines offers a variety of tastes, smells, and textures, and if you can't have a meal at an actual Filipino home, the next way to experience it is in a local Filipino restaurant. Not only will you experience a more authentic meal, but you will also help out small businesses thrive. Patronizing local restaurants also help the environment. Local restaurants that source their ingredients locally have a smaller carbon footprint because the produce doesn't have to travel far to reach their destination. While eating at any restaurants, remember that you can help reduce your food waste and promote sustainability by only ordering food that you can finish and ordering dishes with ingredients that are in season. At number 9 is to follow proper interaction with wildlife. Not all wildlife attractions are created equal. Do your research and look for those that consider the welfare of the creatures that they feature. Show that you know how to travel responsibly by following all the rules set by the guides. Number 10, reduce your carbon footprint with your transport choices. Transportation can greatly add to your carbon footprint, but with many options for traveling to the destination, your choices can also lessen that. When taking flights, choose direct flights over those with layovers. Heavier airplanes also consume more fuel, so you do your part and pack as light as you can. How to achieve sustainable tourism while exploring a destination. Choose to walk or bike whenever possible. Not only do you help reduce your carbon footprint, but you also get to experience your surroundings more since you are passing by them at a slower pace. Destinations like Boracay and Intramuros and Manila offer bike tours in the Philippines where you can explore attractions while burning some calories. Number 11, explore nearby destinations. Of course, if you can go or forgo the flights altogether, the better, as this means your carbon footprint will be lower. The Philippines is full of amazing destinations that chances are, if you don't need to board a flight to see at least one of the best beaches near Manila or the best beaches in the Philippines, if you want to explore Luzon, you can go on a road trip near Manila and enjoy nearby places like Pampanga, Bataan, Batangas, and Tagaytay. Number 12 is spend more time and destinations. While it is sometimes tempting to pack a lot of destinations in your travel itinerary, consider limiting your vacation to just one area. Staying in one location reduces your carbon emissions since you don't need to travel from one destination to the next. Booking a holiday in one place also means less time actually traveling and more time exploring, which allows you to spend more time in attractions because your visits aren't rushed. For an even more convenient vacation, you can book Philippine tour packages. Some of these packages already include accommodations and tours, so you can focus on taking in and appreciating the destinations itself. And of course, one of the most important, number 13, support local when buying souvenirs. Whether you visit Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao tourist spots, you'll likely find a shop or even roving vendor selling unique and locally made souvenirs. Patronizing these small businesses will not only help the local industry thrive, but the items you will buy will more likely have a smaller carbon footprint comparing to those that you can find in the big shops since locally made souvenirs don't need to travel far to reach the customers. And if you can shop or if you can visit shops that actually allow tourists to see the production process so you can learn about and understand the local heritage more. In places like Zamboanga City, Vigan, and Baguio, you can visit weaving centers and villages to see how local fabrics is made. It is also better to buy souvenirs that you will actually use so you can lessen waste and save money. For example, when visiting Laguna tourist spots, it is advisable to drop by Lilo so you can shop for affordable but sturdy sleepers and shoes. Number 14, use environment-friendly travel products. Sometimes the products that we use on our travel affect the environment negatively. The chemicals in our sunblock and our insect repellent can have chemicals that are harmful to the reefs, the sea, and the rest of the environment. Before your trip, look for sunscreen and insect repellents made from natural ingredients that won't harm the planet. And lastly, number 15, go digital. What is the aim of sustainable tourism? It is to ultimately protect the environment while also taking into considerations the need of travelers and tourism stakeholders. One of the simplest way you can help is to ditch the printed itineraries and tickets and go fully digital. For example, most airlines and hotels now accept digital copies of itineraries or QR codes. So there's no reason for you to print out something that you could actually misplace. If you're worried about not being able to download what you need because of poor or no internet connection, access what you need when you have connectivity and save a screenshot so it becomes available even when you're offline. While digital activities also have their own carbon footprint, at least they don't have a physical output that could eventually end up in the trash. With the effect of climate change becoming harsher with every passing day, we need to rethink the way we live, and that includes how we travel. We need to understand that it's sustainable tourism development and do our part as a travelers to help preserve the beauty of our favorite travel destinations. Traveling sustainably and responsibly is the only way that we need and future generations can keep enjoying all the attractions and the best islands in the Philippines for many years to come. And that will be the end of our discussion. Thank you so much for finishing the video and have a nice day.